Hi everyone, I hope that you're doing well. My name is Jayme and I'm the Hermetic Shaman. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you for all of your support. Today's reading is a general collective message. It is intended for anyone who feels drawn to it. As always, please take what resonates with you and your personal situation and gently release what doesn't. To book a personal reading or record cutting session with me, the link to my website is in the description box below. And if this message supports you in any way, please hit that like button, be sure to subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on a reading. We are going to begin with the tarot dice. Things will definitely be loud for a hot minute. If you are sensitive to sound, I do recommend lowering the volume. Universe and Divine Council. What is the vibe? What is the tea? What is going on in collective energy? That's interesting. That is interesting. Because when I moved the bowl, the Empress was upright, like right up top. She was the only dice up top. But now she came out in the reverse. I think that's very interesting. Somebody here could have been trying to be on top of something. Like trying to... It's like trying to claim that they know best. Somebody here is definitely being seen for who they actually are. It's like the roles are officially reversing in some kind of way. We do have this Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is receiving news that could really excite them. It could be in the form of inspiration. It could be in the form of creativity. We also have the Ace of Cups. It's like you took some kind of action here based on something here, you know, that you were interested in, that brought you some kind of joy, that inspired you in some kind of way. We do have a High Priestess reversed here. The High Priestess reverse is somebody here who runs their mouth. This is not somebody that's able to sit with themselves. They need constant validation. They need constant attention. And that's the same thing here with this Empress in the reverse. But this High Priestess in the reverse, this could be a Dark Priestess, somebody here that's not of the light. This is definitely somebody here that uses a lot of people to do their bidding. This could be somebody here who presented themselves to be the Empress upright, this High Priestess upright. Somebody appeared to be as if they were noble, upstanding, honest, compassionate, genuine. But the truth is that they're not. There's definitely been some kind of choice here, or some kind of decision that has been made that this person is not happy about. We do have the King of Wands in the reverse as well. The King of Wands in the reverse is an energy here who has anger management issues. This is somebody here that's controlled by their own fear, by their own shame, by their own embarrassment. This is somebody that's not owning who they are. You know, the King of Wands in the reverse is a type, I'm going to use this as an example, is the type of individual here that will, like, shoot up steroids, right? Because they really want the big muscles here. You know, instead of doing the heart, you know, instead of doing the work to get the muscles, so to speak. But this is somebody that's not comfortable with themselves, that they're willing to go to extremes. They're willing to go to those type of extremes in order for them to be seen or perceived however it is that they want to be. Like how they think they need to be. Because the King of Wands in the reverse is somebody here that's controlled by their own environment. They're limited due to... It's somebody that's trying to keep up with other people. They don't really know themselves, like, long story short. The Ace of Swords is reversed. There's definitely been some kind of lie. There could have been some kind of cover-up. See, everything here is positive. This Ace of Cups, this Page of Wands, and this Knight of Pentacles. You did something wholeheartedly. You did something for yourself. You saw or you received some kind of inspiration, some kind of nudge here where you were like, ooh, I like that. Let me go do that. Let me pursue that. Especially here with this Knight of Pentacles, you've been putting in the work. You've been following the steps. You've been doing things the right way. See, the problem is I think you were dealing with energies here that wanted you to submit to their control. Remember, this Empress was on top of all of the dice before. And she was upright. Somebody wanted to be in charge, but you're the only one that they couldn't control. You're not easy to manipulate. You're definitely not easy to manipulate now. Because I just heard some of you go, but they did before. You know, maybe at one point you were, but you didn't know what you didn't know until you did. But there's been some kind of decision here that's not going in this person or these people's favor. We do have a lot of people here. And I haven't even gotten to the other dice. We do have a King of Pentacles upright. It starts off with this Knight of Pentacles, and then it ends with the King of Pentacles. You have been going down the path towards prosperity, and it's like you've been trying to untangle yourself, making different... Oh, okay. So whatever this choice and investment that you've made, you decided to make it in yourself. You decided to no longer want to invest in energies here that were clearly just trying to work against you. The King of Wands, in the reverse, is somebody who can be very controlling, very maniacal. I do have heavy Taurus, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Capricorn energy here. You couldn't submit, or you didn't submit, you wouldn't submit, you wouldn't surrender, you wouldn't give up. Why was somebody here dead set on trying to make you give up on something? And the fact that they had to team up with other people, there are definitely two distorted feminine energies here and one distorted masculine energy. Somebody is trying to hide their involvement. Maybe there are two individuals here that are trying to hide their involvement, a feminine and a masculine. It could be a couple, doesn't have to be, who are trying to hide their involvement in something. We do have the Eight of Pentacles sideways. Oh. Justice? Is that what's at the bottom? Justice? They're trying to hide their involvement. They don't want... It's something here about you're receiving justice. You're receiving karmic justice at this time because you didn't allow your spirit to be trampled on, so to speak. This has something to do with you loving on yourself, you taking care of yourself, you taking inspired action. And with the Knight of Pentacles, that's giving slow and steady wins the race. You're headed towards the King of Pentacles, slow and steady does win the race. And these people were intentionally, all of these people are in the reverse. They're all side by side. They're all side by side. These could be individuals that commune a lot together. Like this could be a group or a clique being led by this High Priestess in the reverse. One of these individuals could be a mother themselves. This whole group is working against you. Why? And they still weren't able to stop you. They still weren't able to defeat you. You're not afraid of hard work. You're not afraid of putting in the work. You know where you're headed. You're headed towards peace here with this Six of Swords. You're headed towards peace. So you were dealing with energies here that have been trying to make you submit and surrender. As I'm looking in the bowl, we have the Magician reversed. on the side of the Fool sideways. Somebody's been trying to manipulate your new beginning, or trying to find a way to manipulate this new beginning here, because they know the Wheel of Fortune is spinning in your favor. And they're trying to put an end to that. This could be somebody here that's literally going out of their way to, like, hire a dark practitioner to do some work against you. It's not working, or maybe they did do this in the past. Obviously, they didn't learn. See, the reason here why somebody is flipping, this is given this energy here. Maybe people were trying to expose you, and I'm saying that with air quotes, because there was nothing to expose in the beginning, like, to begin with. And it's like whatever this person put out is now being back to them. They're being exposed. This person's being seen for exactly who they are and who they have always been. Their glamour is now falling. Maybe that's why this High Priestess in the reverse is like, doesn't want to show their involvement here, because maybe this one is embarrassed that she even fell for some kind of a lie. That's not for everyone. I still think these people are working together, and this High Priestess in the reverse, I think this is the one that's been calling all the shots. You know, this is somebody here who's a complainer. Somebody here who complains. They complain about anything and everything under the sun. There's always an issue. There's always a problem. It's like, I don't like the fact that you wore red shoes on Monday. Like, let me see. Actually, oh, I didn't mean to do that. What did I do? Why am I crooked? Okay, whatever. It is what it is. Universe. Please tell us more for the collective. It doesn't have to be extreme as like somebody like paying like a dark practitioner to do things for all of you. For some of you, maybe. But this could just be somebody sending out negative projections. Because you've had some kind of awakening. You're no longer controllable. Somebody's been trying to cause some kind of confusion and illusion work here in regards to your awakening. And this could be somebody here in your family. This could be your own mother figure. Maybe working up with an aunt or something. I don't know. Somebody definitely teamed up with some kind of a couple. You could be a High Priestess yourself. Collective. And it took 3 of them to try and take you down. And yet it still didn't work because here you are as the rich girl. These people were trying to rob from you. That's what they were doing. You could have been dealing with the group. Oh, maybe this person was only able to sustain their position as the Empress originally. Somebody could have been doing work on someone. This is giving energy harvesting from you. Like people were manifesting off of your energy by keeping you in a low state, by causing all this confusion and illusion around you to make you feel like you were stuck, so that way you couldn't tap in to your divine inheritance. That way you were not vibrating high. Because if your vibration remained high, none of these attacks would work on you. They wouldn't be able to feed off you. Because you are awoke. It has something to do with trying to stop you from awakening. Because had you truly known who you are, you would know exactly what has been going on and who has been playing what role. This could even be like extended family, like in-laws or something. All to try and rob from you. They're robbing your energy because you're the rich girl, rich guy. You're prosperous. You're abundant. This has something to do with your work. Whatever it is that you have been working towards, whatever it is that you have been building for yourself. We have a mature man in the reverse. So this could be somebody here who's older but very immature. Someone here who still acts like a child, Peter Pan syndrome. We have a twin flame. This person could be your twin flame. This could be a sibling. And like maybe their spouse, maybe teamed up with like a high priestess, a dark high priestess to try and do work on you to keep you confused. So that way they could prosper off of your energy. But that was only able to work for so long until you had some kind of awakening. And maybe these were individuals that were trying to make you feel like you could trust them. But there's a lot of immaturity here, and there's a lot of not being... There's a lack of inauthenticity here. The manipulation is no longer work. I'm also feeling like whatever this manipulation is, it definitely has to do... This confusion and illusion. There could be a lot of word magic here. And what I mean by this is like kind of like speaking over you, speaking over your life. There is going to be some kind of surprise. Somebody wants to reach out, and this could be in regards to a relationship. I do not like the fact that the Ice King is hanging out right behind here. Because the Ice King is somebody who's very cold. Universe, give me one more, please. Destruction. That's what it is. This immature person here has been the one that has caused this destruction. Something here is also being destroyed at the hand of the divine. It's like nature is running its course, so to speak. Something here about a natural disaster. Or like that's the vibe. I'm not saying there's going to be a natural disaster, but I'm saying that's the vibe of what's taking place here. It's a natural disaster because you have awoken. You have awakened. You're receiving, yeah, somebody here is conflicted with your gift in some kind of way. Whatever your gift is, whatever it is that you have been gifted with. You know, whether that's being a doctor, that's being a cook, that's being a therapist, you know, insert whatever it is that your gift is here. But there is some conflict here over your gift. Maybe over you prospering over your gift in some kind of way. Like you're doing what you love, it brings you joy, and you're able to provide yourself from it. Like, and why can't you? Why shouldn't you be able to? This is definitely somebody here that you had already blocked out of your life. When you blocked somebody, you blocked somebody. And maybe you had to because that was part of your awakening. Because there was no way that you could work with this energy. Once you knew what you knew, it's like you couldn't fake it anymore. Either way, you're headed towards abundance, prosperity. Rich girl, rich guy energy here. And whatever confusion that somebody here tried to create, it's being destroyed. Spiritually speaking, it's going to be a natural disaster. Universe, please tell us more. And it's something here about whatever they were doing, though, they needed to have, like, your consent in some kind of way. Like, you needed to be in agreement with it. Whether you did or you didn't, but I mean, like, you had to be like, oh, I don't have a choice, so I have to deal with this, or I have to put up with this, or it's something here to do with, like, you had to put up with something, or you were made to believe that you had to put up with something, when in all actuality you didn't. You were like, you know what, I do not have to put up with this Five of Swords in the reverse. And maybe it's been some kind of immaturity here. You're like, you know what, I don't have time to be playing these games anymore. Like, I don't have time to be hanging around in the sandbox with you. Like, I got work to do. You chose yourself, and somebody has conflict here with you because you're following your heart. That's what this is. We have this King of Pentacles here. Somebody's mad that you are now surpassing them. Somebody here... Oh! They could have even been looshing and harvesting your energy. Like, looshing off of your energy. When you were in this weakened state. Maybe when they were perceived that you were below them. That made them feel like they were high and mighty. Until you awokened. And you were like, okay... So you're just... It's like benefiting from your downfall in some kind of way, or benefiting from you being down. And they needed you to believe like it was your fault, or that you didn't have a choice. And you had to deal. And I feel like maybe that's what you do. You're like, you know what? I have to deal with what I have. I have to work with what I have. But there were also some things that you were not willing to compromise yourself anymore because you decided to choose self-love. This has something to do with your boundaries, that somebody here is upset with the fact that you are reinforcing your boundaries. Universe, tell us more. Yeah. The Hanged Man reversed. You have broken free. You're no longer trapped. You see things in a whole new light here. And something here about you're getting ready to cash in. You're about to receive a lot of rewards here for your effort. And this Five of Swords is in the reverse. Twice. You didn't submit. You're like, oh hell no. Like, who are you? Who are you? You think somebody here honestly thought that you would give up too, that you would eventually just admit defeat if they just kept doing it. And I think it's because they kept doing it. It's because you no longer had any more, you didn't have any more grace left to give. Eight of Cups reversed in the Fool. So we have somebody here wanting to return because you're in the middle of a brand new beginning. Because you took a leap of faith. You took a chance on yourself. You did it alone. Whatever you did this alone. And now somebody here wants to make a grand appearance. Why? Because now you're doing well. Because now they're feeling bad about themselves because you're doing so much better than them now. And all it took was for you to block this person. To stop communicating with one of these people. And maybe you stop communicating with the whole group. You clock them. You felt it energetically. You're like, you know what? I need to distance myself from the situation. You see these people completely different now. And you can't go back to seeing them how you used to see them after knowing what it is that you know. After feeling what it is that you have felt. Whatever this is, it was only a name. This family, this group, it was only in name. Words will be just words. Universe, please tell us more. Whoever this King of Wands is, whatever they've been praying for, it's not being answered. Their prayers are not being answered. So this is somebody that's now, what, crying out to God? Why? Because you decided to stand your ground with this Seven of Wands? You're like, I don't care how many people you choose to try and rise up against me. I'll take them all on. Somebody here may have had numbers, but you had perseverance. Something here can no longer be fixed. It cannot be reconciled. There's also somebody is having a really difficult time moving forward. This codependent, needy individual, maybe they feel like, oh, now that you're gone, or now that you've left, or now that you've blocked him, now that things are going in your favor with this justice energy, that somebody's trying to... Somebody's also trying to make it seem or trying to send you energy your way as if you still need to work harder, you still need to do something. There's also a part of this energy that you were dealing with. I know I feel like I'm all over the place. There's also this energy here where, like, maybe these people wanted you to, like, prove yourself, prove your worth, prove your value. And it's like, you don't have to prove yourself to anyone, especially when you're on the road to building. The Two of Swords is upright. Yeah, you'll have the clarity now. We also have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is somebody who's very inquisitive. This is somebody that's going to look deeper into things. This greedy, codependent, needs a handout individual here. Somebody here has done some kind of digging. Oh, this could have to do with this couple. This High Priestess reverse, this King of Wands reverse. I feel like these two are the couple. I really do. I really do. I think they're both victims, in a sense. I think they both play the victim. And that's probably what they did in order to get this opposition to come up against you. Why? Because you don't want to see them, how they project themselves to be. You actually see people for who they are. It's like, you ever been in, like, a family situation where they're like, oh, don't say this, don't say that, we don't want them to say this, we don't want them to think that, or, you know what I mean? Like, somebody's so much worried about what everybody else thinks than actually being. Like, if that makes sense. Somebody is definitely really focused on image and appearance, trying to keep something together. Wow, this destruction's right on top of this star in the reverse. Like I said, some kind of spiritual natural disaster is taking place. Maybe because of somebody's greed, somebody's inability to stand on their own. This masculine energy could be somebody here that, I don't know, I'm gonna say this, like, they could have, like, mommy issues or something, and, like, I don't know. That could be part of the problem. Maybe this is, like, well-known and well-established. I don't know, but we do have the Tower here reversed. There is going to be some kind of surprise here. Whatever the surprise is, it's an offer, news, some kind of opportunity, or news of an opportunity. And it's from somebody here that has been holding back. Whatever this news that's coming in, it has been a little bit delayed, but I feel like somebody here is rushing that delay with the Seven of Pentacles energy. Somebody here has been trying to keep something hidden, or these two people were trying to hide their involvement in something. This could even have to do with, like, the legal system. Somebody trying to... You're definitely going to be receiving some kind of news. This is going to come at a pleasant surprise for you because you didn't give up. There could even be, like, a case that was going on about you that you knew nothing even about, and that could be what this news is coming in. Maybe somebody here has been trying to delay whatever this news is about this legal proceeding that happened without you. I don't even know how that's possible, but okay. And somehow there's a couple that's involved in here somehow. Maybe they worked with their mother figure? Or one of their mothers? Universe, please tell me more. I do have Aquarius, Scorpio, Aries, Pisces energy here. The Knight of Swords reversed. And the Two of Cups reversed. This is bad news that is traveling. This King of Wands in the reverse is going to be receiving some kind of bad news. Something here is not going to be going in their favor. A relationship here is over. I think somebody here is going to try and wanting to make amends with you because I think they need your help. They need you to try and help them get out of something here that they did, that they got in trouble for going up against you in the first place. But they want you to come and save them. Because somebody here is receiving some kind of bad news. Something's not going in their favor. But this is good news for you because you decided to never give up. And it's also this energy here of whatever somebody here was trying to destroy for you, it's not being destroyed. We have the Hermit reversed and the Page of Cups reversed. That's not even being honest. Somebody's still not being honest about what it is that has happened. Nine of Cups. King of Swords. There is going to be happiness at the end of the day. You're still going to be going on this new beginning. We do have a King of Swords upright. The King of Swords is somebody very truthful, factual, somebody here who, very honorable. This is somebody here who does what is best with the information that they have. Somebody here intentionally, or maybe this King of Swords is seeing how somebody here has been acting out with this Page of Wands in the reverse because of this competition that they were trying to create, all because somebody here is unable to embrace the new. They're unable to... somebody's inability to embrace change, and I feel like it's this King of Wands in the reverse that's created something here with the High Priest. I don't know how these people are connected, collective. I mean, I do. They're a couple. There's a couple here. This King of Wands is attached to a High Priestess in the reverse. It's like the blind leading the blind is really what this feels like. And this could be somebody here that's very, very skilled, always gets away with things here with this High Priestess in the reverse. Like somebody here who just throws out negative energy, never apologizes. Like this is somebody here who's quick to judge and quick to condemn other people. However which way they do it, whether they're lighting a candle, they're doing black magic, the voodoo, the hoodoo, the whatever. Or they just have that much hate in their heart. Or they just run their mouth falsely, because the High Priestess in the reverse is somebody here who talks a lot. They could just be making shit up here, right? Because maybe that's what this King of Wands is saying. Maybe he's making shit up. You know, it's like people trying to play telephone with a lie, and it becomes so exuberant. And this is all because somebody's unwilling to confront themselves, because this masculine here has mommy issues. Probably has abandonment issues. Something here is being destroyed because these two people teamed up together to build something up against you based on a lie. And maybe their relationship could be stumbling here because, like, they don't want their involvement to be seen, to be known, but yet This high priest, I feel like this high priestess was misled, and I think she's waking up to the fact that she was like, holy shit. But like, also feeling like right now we've made it this far, like I don't have a choice. I don't have any other backup options. I have to see this out. I have to see this through. But knowing this is not going to work out in their favor. The star card is reversed. It's not going to work. You're no longer trapped. With this hanged man energy in the reverse, you're no longer trapped. You see things for exactly as they are. The first cards out of each of these decks was Awakening and the Hanged Man in the reverse. That's an awakening. That's seeing things clearly. And yes, it may have been a little shocking, but at least now you know what you know. And it's in regards to the people that you keep close to you, that you allow in. And what kind of behavior you're willing to entertain with this mature man in the reverse. Give me one moment. Okay, y'all, I am back. Universe. Please tell us more for the collective. We have deity, divine, creator, supreme being. And then we have this guarded energy here at the bottom. You could be extremely guarded at this time. This has something here to do with your divinity. It has something here to do with your beliefs and whom it is that you worship. You could be dealing with a religious zealot. That could be the high priestess in the reverse. Because, I mean, she still has that cross on her head. You know, she's still trying to pretend that she's into what everyone else is into. Universe, please tell us more. We have excess, too much, gluttonous, and we have creativity here at the bottom. We have a Cancer right behind that. You could be dealing with the Cancer. Somebody could have a Cancer moon. Maybe somebody was trying to claim that you're being too greedy here. Maybe something here to do with your obedience. You have remained obedient to Source. You're headed towards contentment, happiness. Somebody was trying to claim that you were too greedy. Why? Because we have this alpha energy here. Leader, assertive, dominant. You know, the King of Wands in the reverse could be somebody here who's, it's like this toxic dominance with the King of Wands in the reverse. Maybe this is somebody here that, like I said, wanted you to submit to their will. They wanted you to give in, so it's like, you know what? Let me lie to my partner, lie to my spouse, lie to this person here, so that way, you know, I can get them all riled up because I know what they're capable of. And that person could have probably even teamed up with their mother. You see what I'm saying? In order to do dark workings against you, to pray against you, to create the spiritual warfare against you. And when that wasn't working, when they were receiving backfire after backfire, they decided, you know what, let me just blame you for all of the problems because the workings that we did on you never worked in the first place because you've woken up. And that's why this spiritual natural disaster is now getting ready to go down. A hurricane's about to sweep anything that's in its path. A hurricane. This tornado is about to sweep up everything that's in its path. It's bringing destruction. Whatever they built isn't going to exist anymore. We have angel, spirit guide. See, you could be a Sigma. You're very independent. And very adaptable, apparently, as well. You're very adaptable. You embrace change. You can handle adjustments. You're not afraid to go with the flow. You're a Sigma, though. You're fearless. Intelligent, independent, strong, silent, mysterious. And maybe it's because you're this Sigma. They felt like they could do all these lies because you are mysterious. Because you're not telling everybody all of your business. Universe, please tell me more. Ugly spell, beauty spell. That's what it is. They wanted you to be seen as ugly. Whether physically, whether they were doing like spells to make you like fat or to make you ugly or to give you zits or whatever it is, or they were intentionally doing workings here to make you seem like, to make your soul look ugly. And it doesn't even have to be with like spell work or anything. Like somebody could have literally just been using word magic, like I said. Oh, did you hear that the collective did this and the collective did that? They're so greedy. You know, to make you look like an ugly person. Because you are very mysterious and many people don't know. They don't know much about you. They only know what you choose to share. So that leaves room to allow people to implant things in order to twist people's imaginations. In order to make you look and appear to be ugly. Why? Because you're happy, content, and full of gratitude here for Source, for the Divine. This has something here to do with your divinity, your faith, and your belief. Somebody could have been trying to claim that something here about your faith is too much. Why do they care? It's too much. What? What? Do they want you to be a high priestess in the reverse like them? This has something, again, to do with your creativity. Your inspiration. The fact that you're able to create. This has something to do with your imagination. Universe, please tell us more. Give us one more, please. We have transformation, rebirth, upgrade. You're about to receive some kind of upgrade here because you have transformed, and we have law and order authorities. Somebody here is being caught up, and they're trying to cover it. They're trying to cover it up. They're trying to sweep it underneath the rug. They're trying to hide their involvement, but they can't. They cannot hide their involvement. And even if they do decide to break up with somebody now because they're like, you know what, you led me the wrong way, because they feel like they're, you know, they're doing the right thing, they still need to atone for what they have done before that. Interfere. Somebody here was trying to claim that you were interfering in maybe that's what this King of Wands said. Maybe this King of Wands said that you were trying to interfere in their relationship or that you wanted them. I mean, this person does need validation, but I feel like you rejected and you blocked them in some kind of way. You triggered an abandonment wound. They went crying to their spouse, to their partner, and was like, oh, wah. Did you know the collective is trying to hit on me, or they want me, or they did this to me, they did whatever they did, and this person was like, oh, absolutely not. You my ride or die, you know, type of energy. And then that person probably called their mom and was like, Mom, can you believe that the collective that was doing this to my man or my woman or whatever? And then started a whole campaign. Kept that lie going. Got a whole bunch of people to rise up against you. All because of somebody's immaturity. It's this man. I'm sorry. There's a man-child here. It's a man. This is a man. I'm sorry. Let's correct the record. This is a little boy. This is a little boy. This is a child. We have a beta. So we have a sigma, an alpha, and a beta. Remember, somebody wanted to be on top. Because this emperor started off upright up top. This immature person, they could be the tornado. They could destroy everything in their path. They've destroyed everything. And yet trying to blame you as if it was your fault. Because of all of the backfires, because God and Source and Universe was like, no. My collective's not ugly. And something here to do with your angels and your spirit guides really helped to guide you out of this. It was the way that you were moving that led to this upgrade, to this transformation here. Universe. What was this High Priestess doing? Like, what was... This competition here was trying to remote view you, trying to look into your life, trying to feel like they can read you. Competition, somebody here who was trying to one-up you. They were trying to one-up you, probably keeping tabs on you in some kind of way. This is an individual who has a blocked heart chakra. Impulsive rage of anger, hostility, major blowouts, fights, and violence. Somebody was doing root work. Somebody could have done root work or something, or to maybe try to make you appear as if you're impulsive. You have impulsive rages of anger. You're very hostile. Somebody was trying to create major blowouts, fights, violence here. Somebody was trying to do root work on you. Maybe that's why this tornado is rolling into town. It's even going to uplift the roots. I know everyone's like, ooh, root work, you can't get rid of root work. Listen. Listen. God will send a storm and destroy that tree and destroy that plant. You wait and see. I don't care what these root workers tell you. And I'm not trying to take anything away from anybody who does root work, but do not think that you are above anybody else when it comes to the universe. Your magic has limitations too. Every magic has limitations. They talk about you behind your back. Well, let them. They don't have anything else better to do. Let them talk about you behind your back. Why? Because you've transformed, you're the King of Pentacles, and now they're like, shit, I didn't think I was going to need them someday. Or look at them doing better without, whatever it is. It's like, oh, look at the bridge that I burned, and look at the destruction that I caused in my own life. Because what? Because I'm an immature man-child? You could benefit from using some kind of tiger's eye here to help you stay protected, to keep you grounded during all of this mess. Someone is doing black magic juju work on you. Well, it's all backfired. It's all backfired. Because you don't play those games. You take it right up to Source. You take it right up to God. Because you know who your maker is. This High Priestess in the reverse. Yeah. All that black magic, that bad juju that you were sending, that you were doing. This is somebody here who severely underestimated your rank. Again, this is somebody here who felt like their power had no limitations, that they could get away with this. Even if it was somebody trying to literally pray against you. Praying to their ancestors. Even praying to Source himself. Trying to claim that you are a problem. Especially when all of these people were ganging up and attacking you. That's spiritual warfare. Have enough people believing that you are a certain thing that you're not. that sends a lot of negative energy out. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's misappropriated energy. See, they don't even know that they're being manipulated by the dark side. And it all has to stem from this King of Wands in the reverse. It really does. You're going to be pleasantly surprised. Some kind of dream here is getting ready to be actualized for you. Whatever it is that you have wanted, it's coming to fruition. It's happening. And they did all of this. They did all of this to intentionally cause confusion. To disrupt your life. To disrupt the progress that you have been making. Something here doesn't even make sense, because when this came out with all of that, like, this didn't even make sense. I think now that people know the truth, and now that people see the truth, because you can tell a King of Pentacles from a mile away, like, this is undeniable. You're somebody here who makes wise choices, wise investments, but you're also somebody here that commits and follows through with what it is that you promise. This has to do with your character and your ability to show up and to continue to show up, not just for yourself, but for others. Your word means something. Universe, what's the tea in this situation? You're being asked to dust this off because these people ain't shit. They're not. They're just copies. This is somebody that was just trying to copy off you. You're being asked to dust this off. We have a thief here at the bottom and reflecting. That's very heavy hermit energy here with that reflecting energy and that thief. This person isn't shit. They're just a copy. Maybe that whatever it is that they tried to do, to steal, to rob, to deceit, like, maybe it was a copy of something else. Like, they're not even original. Like, it's not even their plan. Maybe they got this plan from, like, a movie or a TV show or something. Somebody is definitely trying to fish for comments, trying to use something here against you, because you're rising into your power, collective. Okay, that was a whole lot. I am going to take these. We have karmic friends. And dirt digging. Yeah, they can't find... Oh, they can't dig for dirt anymore. They can't dig for dirt anymore because you're no longer biting the bait. Fishing for comments to dig for dirt on you, but it's not working. Because you're not biting the bait. You're not taking the bait. People who were in secret competition with you. For what? And here you are just unbothered. You're like, you're not even my competition. Somebody who could have definitely been abusing divination here against you. And now they're feeling haunted. Maybe that was one of the ways they were able to try and figure out what was going on in your life, was because they were abusing divination. And maybe what they found out is the fact that you were unbothered, that you dusted this off. Somebody could have recently somebody here could have recently gotten a reading, and what they found out was that you were unbothered, that you've moved on from this, that you're not even harboring any guilt or resent that, you know, maybe somebody here has been trying to claim, oh, you were doing, maybe somebody was trying to claim that you were doing, you know, black magic or sending them negative juju, when in all actuality they were receiving a backfire, and somebody finally told them the truth. Wow, maybe that's how this High Priestess in the reverse realizes that she was misled by this King of Wands in the reverse. with their reading about what was going on with you. And that could have woken her up to, like, who am I even with? I can't believe I fell for this lie. I got so many people to... And that's why they're feeling haunted. And I think they're stumped with the fact, like, wait, you forgave them? You moved on? You don't care? I feel like you didn't have a choice but to make peace with that. So you could step into this King of Pentacles energy. Maybe that was part of that Knight of Pentacles journey that you were on. Universe, tell us more. Partial truths, that's what it is. You were dealing with people here, somebody here who told a partial truth. They omitted some facts. They omitted some truths. Only sharing parts of the truth that benefit themselves. But the real true story is coming out. The real true story is coming out. Yeah, you're giving the cold shoulder to the person here who was trying to create some kind of inner conflict for you because they wanted to make your decision-making here more difficult. This is definitely somebody here with control issues. You could be intentionally giving them the cold shoulder, and that could be irking them even more because they know that you're no longer controlled by them. You've broken free with that Hanged Man, and it's a constant reminder that they can't control you anymore. They can't be the puppet master in your life. Universe, please tell us more. Ulterior motive, friendship test. Somebody here was trying to put you in positions here where people had to test your loyalty. Someone may be getting close to you with hidden intentions. These are both in the reverse. People are seeing that you are loyal. They know that you're loyal with that King of Pentacles upright. These ulterior motives are being exposed. It all has to do with somebody's control issues. And this could be somebody here who is like, I don't know, shared experiences. This is giving me the energy of somebody felt like that y'all were in something together, you know, and the fact that you decided to no longer play that. It's something here to do with breaking free from some kind of trauma bond, or somebody thinking, maybe this is somebody that's thinking that because you come from the same family that, you know, you have the same shared experiences here, and it's like, but you don't subscribe to that old paradigm. I don't know, because I feel like it's just one person that's the problem. This controlling person. Somebody here could have, like, OCD. Jealousy issues. Somebody here definitely has jealousy issues, and this was a person with a hidden agenda because they were trying to control things because they're so jealous. They're jealous of you. This is somebody that has always been jealous of you for quite some time. And they thought that they found the perfect plan here. They thought that they could say the most perfect thing in order to try and control and pull the strings in your life by one little lie that they told their partner in crime. And then their partner in crime used it to raise an army against you. And it was never even true to begin with. This all has to do because somebody here is jealous. Because maybe at one point they were your twin flame, and you mirrored them exactly who they could have been. But they chose to be everything that they're not. See, the problem is that you're reflecting on them all of their failures, all of their shortcomings. That's the truth. And they're seeing that. And they don't like how they feel because you remind them of everything that they aren't. But everything that they could be. My leg fell asleep. Or my foot sleeping, excuse me. Okay. we're gonna clean this up. We're gonna close this out with the Buddha and a Divine Master. Universe, please give us a Buddha for the collective. Thank you. Nikubatsu and Gakubatsu. I think that one came out last time, or within the past week. Number 23. That number could be significant to you. Aids to Yakushi Naorai and the commanders of day and night. Enjoy the fact that we all have different roles. Don't be bound by your role. Be happy and make others happy. And it's about living in harmony. We're here to offer support so that you can keep working smoothly. Every person has their role, and what's important is having fun while fulfilling that role. Be it providing great service, creating art that brings peace of mind, working in transportation. No matter what your job is, the world turns smoothly when people are happy and feel satisfied with their work. The sun has the vital role of fostering all life on Earth. The light of the moon provides humanity with peaceful slumber, and both jobs are equally important. Be proud of what it is that you do. Nikubatsu and Gakubatsu stand on either side of Yakushi Naorai, and are worshipped as a Yakushi triad. Nikubatsu is the bright light of the sun shining a light upon humanity, and taking away the darkness in our hearts with his light. Gakubatsu is the deep mercy of the moonlight, and represents the fact that just as the crescent moon slowly becomes fuller and fuller, so does our wisdom become richer through the course of our spiritual journey. Nikubatsu and Gakubatsu are in charge of the day and night, respectfully, and they are gentle aids to Yakushi Naorai. The blessings this card brings is a warding against disasters and against darkness. You're highly protected at this time. These people are no longer fighting you anymore. They're fighting Source themselves, and they're not going to win that one. Divine Masters, please give us a final message for the collective. We have Kuan Yin, enlightened action, choose compassion, and move forward with grace. Kuan Yin is a Bodhisattva, a being of pure compassion and love, who is loved the world over, especially in the East. Bodhisattvas are part of the Buddhist tradition, but are very similar to the Western concept of angels, beings of light and brilliance who will do anything they can to lead those who call on them into a space of peace and harmony. Kuan Yin has grace, and a pearly white light surrounds her. She can help us step into an embrace of care, forgiveness, and compassion. If we have been hurt or disrespected by another person, she will help us move into a non-reactive space so that we can stay connected to the light as we move forward. If you're finding someone or something difficult at this time, the best way you can move forward is by going beyond seeking to understand why something is the way it is or someone is the way they are. It's time to move beyond the behavior or mistakes or challenges that are happening around you. Don't be pulled into the misery and fear that is coming to you from an outside source. Refuse to operate on that level. Choose to take enlightened action for the sake of your own inner peace. Know that you can be compassionate and forgiving without having to excuse someone else's behavior. It's more about stepping into your own path and recognizing that you cannot allow your own wellness and peace to be affected by someone else's behavior or by the outcome of a situation that is beyond your control. Choose to move forward in your life with grace, realizing that if you allow yourself to get pulled in, it will only cause more hurt and anguish, and the best, most enlightened act you can perform is to move on with grace and forgiveness as your North Star. The energy of Kuan Yin is here to guide you in a composed, light-filled way. It doesn't excuse someone else's behavior. It doesn't, and you cannot allow your wellness and peace to be affected by someone else's behavior over things that you can no longer control. There's definitely been a man-child here who has been causing ruckus, and since you've disconnected, since you've blocked them, everything has gone south. And the very people that they lied to about you, who rose up against you, collective, are now turning their attention onto this individual. And these people can no longer hide. And whatever injustice happened, something definitely happened in the legal system without you knowing. You're going to be finding out very, very soon. And these people do not want their involvement to be known. But they were the main culprits. They were the ones that started the whole thing to begin with. But that is what I have for y'all, collective. I am sending you lots of love and lots of light. And I will see you next time. Ciao.